wrong. Those that are already in the body of the Kirk, I can't see what you're saying because I don't have my usual setup. Evening, Gary. Evening, the old bottle. So as you can see by my background, hang on a second. I need to give these a wipe. You're probably thinking, oh, I say, young Adrian, the Reverend, the ranting Reverend, what are you up to? Well, I can't say too much, but the International Man of Mystery returns. Hang on, let me get I'm looking at the right camera. So the International Man of Mystery has returned, and that's as much as I can tell you. All I can say is, I got the call, and they said they needed international rescue. So international rescue it is. So the live's not going to be the usual live this evening. Congratulations to the Lionesses. Today, were they playing down the local park against some Spaniards or something? Oh, they won on penalties. Did they really? Jumpers for goalposts, anyone? Look, girlies playing footy is not for me. I have seen some female football matches, and I'd rather stab my eyes out with very sharp pins. So, I'm not in where you think I am. I'm not in the country. I'm elsewhere. I've had to bring my ninja skills. They are hired every now and again. For nout, by the way. So I just so you'll have to forgive me because there's loads of people joining as I speak. Oh, I say the girly football is finished, so let's go and have a look at the ranty Rev. And because obviously I'm not in my own country, then I will be in my own country from tomorrow. No, I'm not telling you what I've been up to. But there's no live tomorrow night, Monday night, because technically I will be in the air, and I don't think British Airways actually would facilitate me doing a live from an aeroplane, although it would be really funny. Can you imagine me getting the whole plane interacting with a live? Oi, you bunch of wrong-uns! Oh, I'm laughing because I'm laughing because my life, honestly, my life. I have to watch this. So what time did we start? Because there's not a clock in the room. I said clock. Sister Mary. So I'm so glad the lighting's working because I thought live on a plane, that will be a good one, Stuart. Yeah, I mean, we've done lives from, where have we done lives from? We've done lives from Machu Picchu. We've done lives from Peru. We've done lives from a few different places that we haven't put up on YouTube. Evening Parishioner, says Phil, and a very good evening, Rev. Yeah, wrong. The Perrier and something like that. So that's the reason why I'm going to struggle to interact with you, unless I kind of get the message out. Malta, oh yes, of course, Stuart. Malta, we did Malta. And I didn't even make any notes for Malta, for the live from Malta. I just went for it. And just, you know, had a Starmer rant in Malta. We should really chop these up and make videos. So I've got some notes, but I have to tell you that I've not eaten since yesterday. So the minute that door, because the door's to my right, the minute that door goes and a voice may go, oi, yeah, wrong, dinner, I'm off. So I'm hoping I'll get at least half an hour in to, hello Adrian, you're looking good. Hello everyone, hope you're all well. That's from Martine. Martine, thank you very much. Yeah, wrong, and welcome to a shortened body of the Kirk this evening. Oh, that was what I was going to tell you. Hang on. If I wrote that down, no. Hang on. I've been bursting my incontinence, man. Beata, not seen your wedding ring before, and it's on the wrong hand. Right hand, left hand. Yeah, most odd. So right hand. So as you're looking at me, that's my left hand. Anyway, are you on a missionary expedition, Rev? Says Rich. Oh, I say. Jean Psychic, homemade steak pie and egg custards. Right, everybody round to the Psychic Jean. Jean, the Psychic, because there's some proper food going on there. Evening wrong-uns, all, and Rev. Yeah, wrong from Napoleon Blown Apart. That's what I was going to do. So the reason why I've been bursting me incontinence pants all day is because there's just funny stuff happening. Dougie, not going to mention him tonight because he's not worthy of it. And I know that I've got critical thinkers that watch these lives, just don't accept what some people are saying because it's shite. We'll find out in the morning whether... No, I don't want him to spoil anything. Bloody love egg custard, says somebody. Yeah, me too. Especially Portuguese egg tarts. Mercury retrograde at its finest, says VixTex. What's in relation to Dougie, VixTex? It's hard to do a bloody live on just this phone without me computer screen there and your comments. He's messing with our heads, Beata, like a magic eye pick. Oh, me? C'est moi? What's got 2 thumbs, speaks French, and loves oral sex? Moi. So, I'm not messing with your head because I want to. I want to do the stuff, the Dougie stuff, when I'm in a place where I can just fill you full of information because there's a shit ton of it. The reason why I was bursting me incontinence pants is because, you know, the European Convention for Human Rights. Now, the Tory party wanted to get rid of the European Working Time Convention. Your name's not Macron. Has the Rev gone to North Scotland? No. Have you watched? No. Hi to you all from Albert Metcalf, Albert Tatlock. Beata, no, I don't think so. Oh, this is just painful. So the European the Working Time Directive has been on the statute book since 1998. I should know because I helped some of my work colleagues get unpaid holiday. Sorry, get paid holiday even if they were freelance. So the Tories wanted to get rid of the Working Time Directive. Jane Psychic is a one-hit notoriety act. Evening, Adrian, and all you utter wrong-uns of the Kirk, says somebody. My eyesight's not that quick, man. So the Tory party wanted to get rid of the Working Time Directive. Women acting like blokes is cringe, says Paulie Galtieri. I'm not a fan of women's football, to be fair. It hasn't got the power, the pace. But they've won the Euro Championships, so you know what's going to happen, don't you? We are not going to... Gene Psychic, yeah, Dougie, yeah, Gene. We're not going to hear the last of it. It'll be bloody everywhere on the papers for at least 7 months. But at least we don't have long to wait for the Premiership. It's only a couple of weeks away. Proper footy. Where are you tonight? Supporting act for Dougie, says Burlington Bertie. No, he can't afford me. Thank you, Burlington Bertie. Couldn't agree more. Paulie Galtieri. Same, other way round too. Oh, Marley's not a footy fan. Empty stadiums make no noise. Or empty stadiums make no noise. I know, Des. Empty vessels also make the most noise. So the Tories, look, this is going to be all over the place tonight because I can't quite get to... women's rugby is great for they flash their... You see, that's how bad the comments are. Who's that? Soul Rebel. Guys, I tried a free VPN. It worked. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a little while. In the half hour or so that I'm going to do this live. European Working Time Directive. Back in the day, I fought a court case and won. And the reason why they are still massively brassed off till 2025 is that cost them millions. Ah, well, never mind. But the So the European Working Time Directive, the Tories wanted rid of because it was costing them money. And then the European Convention for Human Rights has particular articles. And I will elaborate more on Tuesday, because the Tuesday live is going ahead, 7:30. Wednesday live is also going ahead, and I will have a deeper dive into it. But do you know that for me and you, obviously because we're in the body of a kirk, it is a sermon. My phone just crashed. How very? Yes. Don't worry, Rich. I haven't gone anywhere. I've no idea why that crashed. But so European Working Time Directive, they want to get rid of that. I think it's still in place, but they need to get rid of it because it costs them money. They don't care. We're just cash cows. We're just fodder. We're cannon fodder. Third time it froze. Rev, says Stuart. Is it? Oh bugger. Hang on a second. Oh, I'm not on the Wi-Fi here. That's why. We'll keep buggering on. KBO, says Churchill, until it stops. So if it stops, I apologise. I can't do a live on Monday night. It's just physically impossible. And then I'll be back Tuesday night, 7:30. Don't forget, because I've got lots to tell you. So in the European Convention for Human Rights, which is what they're trying to get rid of, gosh, gives me like a millisecond to read your comments and then it just disappears. So the European Convention for Human Rights is the basis for which all of Europe bases its thing on. And the reason why I've been laughing, because you know the body of the kirk has been here for nearly 3 years in September. You know that the body of the kirk, I deliver a sermon every single live, and the fact that I am the ranty Rev, and the Rev is a genuine Rev, because I belong to the Universal Ministries Church or something but I'm a Rev. I'm definitely genuine Rev, and a ranty Rev for that matter. So it's the body of the kirk. It is a sermon, and it's covered by Article 9 of the European Convention for Human Rights, because it's a religion. It's the Church of the Battenberg. It is the throng, the congregation of the Battenberg. It's a religion, and it is covered by Article 9 of the European Convention of Human Rights. That's what I've been laughing all day about, because I've been doing my research. But free speech is Article 10. So not only are you and I covered by Article 10, free speech malarkey, but Article 9 also covers us. So we can say whatever we want. Genuinely, we can say whatever we want, because we are having a religious meeting. I am delivering a sermon, and this is the Church of What's Happening, baby. And I am the ranty Rev. I am a reverend. I can get away with it. So Article 9 covers us. Let them have a go at that one. Evening, Adrian, says Stephen Hall. Police forget about the ban on face coverings for leftists. Oh, of course they do. Paulie Gallieri. Of course they do. Those bloody things. So I have no idea of the timing of this, because I can't remember what time I started it. But I wanted to come on, not just on, because I can't do that. I'm a bloke. I wanted to come on as quickly as possible after the Lionesses won. Anyway, I want you to be there on the live on Wednesday. Whether you can, you've got stuff going on in your life and you can or can't do it. I need you to be there, or certainly watch the catch up, because I am going to give you, I was going to do it for tonight's live. Done all the research, was going to do tonight's live and just obliterate everything that's going on. So on Wednesday, I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to give you the answer to everything. Tell all your friends, tell all your family, I'm going to give you the answer to everything. I'm going to give you the answer in what to do, how to do it, why to do it. I am going to, who's that? Chatty Glasgow. Welcome, yeah. I'm going to, I know people are just getting into the body of the kirk and getting their feet under the pews, but this is the pulpit of truth, and the whole truth and nothing but the truth is going to be broadcast Wednesday from 8. I'm not dicking around anymore, because some of the comments, people are saying, well, you know, can you give us the answer? Can you? So I'm just going to give you the answer. I'm going to give you all of the answers. And it might be that whatever the sermon that I deliver on Wednesday, you might have to watch it 2 or 3 times just to allow it to settle. Because the stuff that I've got for you that I was going to do tonight is pretty incendiary. The powers that be, if my plane crashes tomorrow, you know why. Heaven forbid, I didn't wish that, touch wood. 42, yes, exactly. Level 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And there's Marvin the Paranoid Android, if you've never watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or even better, listen to the radio series, which is just magnificent. Marvin the Paranoid Android, don't talk to me about life. I'm not going to tell you about life. I'm going to talk to you about the bullshit, the political bullshit, the geopolitical bullshit, the World Health Organization bullshit, and the United Nations bullshit, and the shit and bullshit that's going on in Europe and around the world, and Trump, because I'm going to talk about him in a second. Trump, Gene Psychic says, I will attend. Thank you, Gene. But it is literally the answer to everything. And some of it is not very palatable. Some of it is quite difficult to A, understand, and B, digest. But at this point in our evolution, with AI on the horizon and all that kind of malarkey, then oh, by the way, you wrong-uns, smash the likes on your way in, not on your way out. Oh, I might not. Just smash the likes. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost me anything, but it tells the algorithm, ooh, the ranty rev. Bit tasty. So yeah, we've got nearly 200 people watching this. Smash the likes on the way in. Yeah, wrong. So I'm not even going to allude to what the answer is. It's a real simple answer. Because look, for thousands of years, we've not had a partner, Ghislaine Maxwell. Can't wait till that story unfolds after a 2-day interview. Rich, we're going to do that. Hang on. It's all theatre, darling. It's all theatre. What are they doing? They're just taking the proverbial pish. That's what they're doing. But I'll get to that in a second. So the answer to everything is really simple. We've been scratching our hairy asses for millennia. And people are now not really knowing what the answer is. It's Karina Jane, already have. Brilliant. Thank you, Karina Jane. Thank you to everyone that smashed the likes and to the other slaggers. How are you, man? Where's the like button? Oh, I don't know. Might be under the, you know, the panel on YouTube. Underneath that, there might be the smash the likes for the ranting rev under there. So it is the answer, and it, as I say, we're a broad kirk. Some people can, some people can't, but it takes. And if you hate, press the dislike button twice. Fucking hell. Was that meant to be funny? That's about as funny as a kick in the nuts. Empty your bank account, says Nicholas. Not far away. Captain, ask the wife. I see you. I like the hard stew. Yeah, you're having your own conversations. So that answer is coming on Wednesday. Everything. Because it doesn't benefit you and I and everybody else, our family, our communities. It doesn't benefit those. Because some people are saying, oh, we need to wake everybody up. We need to wake everybody up. No, we don't need to wake everybody up, because after 5 years of this shite that we've had to endure, then what's the point in trying to wake anybody up? If they're not already awake, leave them asleep. Let them die. Let them die. Because what's coming needs strong people. It needs those that can critically think. Gene Psychic says the world is a stage. You can say that again, Gene. Look, if they're not awake, if the jibber jabber didn't wake them up, if they were like, if they just did as they were told by the people that they shouldn't have been listening to, yeah, Paul, that's the thumbs up thing. So it's that. It's below the video. I'm sick to death with the fools who represent us. Oh, Rich, don't worry. They're getting it in. They're getting it in the nads, big time. Do you know this two-tier Kia, free gear Kia, queer Kia? I only say that because he is queer as folk. And backdoor Starmer because he's taken us back into Europe via the back door. That's the only reason that I say this. So, were you aware that he was a member of the Trilateral Commission? There's only ever been 2 politicians member of the Trilateral Commission. And I will tell you what the Trilateral Commission is on Wednesday. And Starmer is up to his bollocks in shite. And I've told you before, what is the reason why they put Starmer into leader of the Labour Party? Because he's done, he's finished. Because outlaw the WEF and do the world a big time favour. Not only the WEF, the Bovril, but other organisations that I am going to name and I am going to tell you about. I'm literally just, I've had a, you're not allowed to say this anymore. You're not allowed to say Funboy 3 and the Four Tops. You're not allowed to, lovely, I'll use some of these comments on Wednesday. You can't call it a brain dump, but that's what it is. I've just taken everything in here, whether it's Agenda 21 or Agenda 2030, or the stuff that the Americans have been up to, what is going on at the moment with crypto. Passenger train derails in Germany, several killed and injured. There's always, I mean, the Germans are never happy when we celebrate. They're never happy. We win the Euros and all of a sudden they have to steal the limelight with people being killed because a train derails. What phone is Adrian using, says Captain Pugwash. That's an iPhone 16. Good evening, Rev, says someone. Hang on, let me get rid of this BBC alert. So I've had a brain dump. I've modified the brain dump. I've literally put everything in one place because that's a much better place to start from than, you know, Starmer, he's crap, he needs to be gone. Because you know that there's a load of people on YouTube who are just hectoring arseholes. All they do is they go, oh, this, and oh, isn't it terrible? And oh, I'm trying to think of a new idea for a new video. This. I am giving it to you right between the eyes, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, everything. And then I'm going to explain it to you. And then I'm going to give you context, knowledge, and understanding. That's what this channel's about. I don't care about what other people do. I laugh at them because they're intellectual pygmies, but they get big audiences seemingly. So I don't understand, well I do, I'm just being facetious. I don't understand why this channel isn't bigger, and that's fine. Because I would rather it fly under the radar and me give you insight, knowledge, and understanding and context in the world so that you actually can do stuff for your family, your community, and you, the individual. That's why I'm doing it. And I'm not suggesting that I am the arbiter of truth, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm telling you this, my intellect never, ever fails me. I might get some shit wrong, but in the context of, I see you, a quiet taste. Justice through understanding. Correct, Vix Text. Look, the reason why I say context, knowledge, and understanding. If you don't get context, you can't have the knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, you don't get understanding. And if you don't get understanding, you can't see what's going on in this world. And, you know, I did think, well, maybe I'll do loads of little videos and I'll just drip feed it. And then I thought, no, that's not what we do on this channel. I'm going to give it to you straight. Because I'm heterosexual. I'm going to give it to you straight. So that you can use that as a weapon. So that you can see through the absolute bollocks that goes on in the mainstream media. I've read, look, I flew out to my international man of mystery stint today, first thing this morning, which is why, taking you all to get the washing out and then make some green tea. Oh, lovely, Amalia. The reason why I'm probably a little delirious tonight is because I've not eaten, and I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning was when the alarm went off. So the answer is coming. Not as Dylan says, is blowing in the wind. Epstein Island, well, that's a whole load of just everything. Literally everything. We'll talk about the satanic paedophiles. Because, you know, a couple of years ago, we technically, if I'd said stuff to you 2 years ago that I'm telling you now, you would have gone, this boy's off his nut. This boy's off his rocker. But now that you're experiencing what you're experiencing, you're like, whoa, hang on. Well, yeah, Killary. So who's going to get jailed first? Killary or Bathhouse Barry? And if you don't know who they are, you know, do your research and do your work. Just Google Hillary Clinton and Frazzle Rip. Yeah. There are videos of certain people on the dark web, and those videos will, if you ever see them, if your peepers ever see them, you will not be able to sleep ever. Big Mike. Hillary is, Rich, no, that would be very intense. We love intense. We love in marquees. We love in... I'll wait for you. So the answer's coming Wednesday. I'll also kind of give you what I know. Have you seen Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson? Not to kind of go off on some frippery. I bought matcha tea today. Who's Big Mike, please? Jackie Glasgow. Jackie, Big Mike is Michelle Obama. Big Mike. She's got a cock the size of 2 large. So it's Big Mike. No, of course she hasn't got a cock. Well, she has. She's married to one. So, evening, folks. Rusty's Romix, The Naked Gun, Vixtex. Yes, The Naked Gun. So Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson have started The Naked Gun. And obviously they just want loads of publicity. Now, we know that Pamela Anderson loves a big schmeckle. She loves a sizable schmeckle. I mean, Tommy Lee. Oh, wait, man. Fucking hell. Jay Glasgow says, I could understand if he was handsome. Well, who's that? Big Mike? Bathhouse Barry. Bathhouse Barry, you know why they call him Bathhouse Barry, don't you? Oh, I can't stay for long. If Big Mike finds me in here, I'm done for. So Bathhouse Barry gives it away for free. And Big Mike, T-Bone, exactly. And she's been married how many times? That's why. So the boys that are hung like a donkey, and you know, all I can say is that the from what I've seen, the sex is quite legendary. So you just waft that in front of a guy, and he's like, "Oh, hello, Pamela. Let me lick your face." And let me tell you, there have been rumours about donkey cock Liam Neeson. I'm not being disrespectful here, but seemingly, according to the Hollywood rumours, he's the longest in the shower. So can you not see Pamela Anderson? She's pawing him. She's like, oh, hello, darling. Oh, my word, let's have a look at that beauty. Don't have Bathhouse Barry walk in the room, because he'd be like, oh, hello, 2 hands. And you can see that she's kind of, as we would say in the northeast of England when we were teenagers, hey, she's all over him. And Liam Neeson's like, oh, leave me alone. I'm 70-odd-year-old. Please leave me alone. I'm an old boy. But a well-hung old boy that she's like, oh, hello. Are you single, mate? Shall we, why don't we? Let's get rid of all these paps and stuff. Why don't we just nip in here and go make some noise, as Prince once said. But you can see it a mile away. She wants to have a ride of the donkey, and Liam's like, is it time for bed yet? But it's publicity for their movie. It is publicity. That's how it works. A lot of old men are really vulnerable, says Jackie Glasgow. I know somebody needs to put a minder with Liam and tell Pamela, yeah, off, fingers off. You're not allowed. You can't afford it. Jackie, the Rev opens the live a few minutes early. Yes, I have done that tonight. There is a reason, because the whole country will be, well, that country that you're in, not the one that I'm in, will be watching the football going, oh, I say, did one save a penalty? Oh, she's not David Seaman, is she? Talking of Seaman, I wasn't. I'll just let you work it out for yourself. Leave our lion alone. The Lionesses. Well, there's no such thing. Is this? I mean, look, on the backs of men, on the shoulder of giants, they're like, oh, we're gonna make millions. Oh, just here, man. Just leave my poor peepers alone. Them. I can't watch women's football because it's just shite, with a capital shite. Just saying, for reference. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I've been to see live games. Friends of mine that are full, proper football supporters, not big teams, they're football supporters. And they've been and just said, no, don't ever do that to me again. I can't. I wanted to stab my eyes out. A quick question for you. 60% of the Lionesses, I know. Well, I would watch that. Who's that? Crows. I would watch that. A Sunday League team could beat them. Rich, a team of 7-year-olds could beat them. You know, when you watch kids, like school kids, and they're playing footy, they just follow the ball. So everybody, it doesn't matter what their position is, they don't play in position, they just all run after the ball. Women's football. So, something that struck me, it was a heavy case, it fell out of the overhead locker. Something that struck me while I was on my plane this morning. Why do they spray aeroplanes? You know, one of the trolley dollies. And have you noticed it's always a woman? Who's that? Lionel Leighton. Good evening, Adrian, and all you other wise people. Utter wrong'uns. So on a plane, next time you go on a plane, it'll be one of the trolley dollies. It won't be one of the blokes. It never has been for me. But so I'm sitting there, minding my own business, looking out the window, and mosquito, says Rich. Correct. So I'm minding my own business, and the captain's talking and says one of the cabin crew is going to now spray the cabin. And I thought, hang on a second, lockdown was 5 years ago. What are they spraying the cabin for? And then the pilot or the assistant pilot or the underling pilot or whatever they decide to be says, we're spraying the cabin according to international health guidelines. And I thought, so come on, fess up. I'm being sprayed with something that I don't know what I'm being sprayed with. Deet, says somebody, I know. Sound is great from the room that you're in, bless you. So what are you spraying me with? Don't tell me, according to international guidelines, after the 5 years you and I have had with this BS. That's very good. Women play football. After the 5 years we have, we do not take anything at face value. Nothing. I don't want some underling pilot who's just got his wings, who wants to start shagging the cabin crew when they get to their destination. Jay's fluid. Oh no, was it not Dettol that the orange man said, oh yeah, we need to drink Dettol in shots and then that'll kill it all. They didn't tell me, according to international guidelines. Whose guidelines? Not as in the World Health Organization, it was just international guidelines. So, let me just tell you, we were sitting on the tarmac in the United Kingdom. Airplane cabins are typically sprayed with insecticides such as... Is that really? I'll check that comment out when I get back home tomorrow. So, if it's insecticides, why are we breathing it? And then they're saying, if you've got a face mask on, make sure you got a face mask on. And I was like, I'm not having the face nappy again. I did away with that in 2020. And, if you wear contact lenses, it might sting. What is this? Backdoor Sally flying the plane. It's all right, darling. It won't hurt much. Yeah, checks in the post. And I just thought, whoa. I mean, I was going to get up, and we've all seen the videos of people complaining on flights, going, "Oh no, 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 not doing that. Let's start a fight." But they have the power. We're sitting on the tarmac of the United Kingdom, so we don't need international guidelines. We need what the law is in the UK. Until we get up to 35,000 feet and we go into international airspace and or land somewhere else in a different country, then why are we taking this Rolex from people we shouldn't be taking the Rolex from? And seemingly they have, because human beings don't fly on airplanes, souls do. The manifest tells them how many souls are on board. How does that work then? So I'm very, very disappointed. So I'll tell you tomorrow, because it was British Airways that I flew with. Probably the WHO reckons passengers are parasites. Was it Battenberg spray? No, it wasn't, Stuart. I'm very disappointed. It might have smelled a little more fragrant. Mind you, maybe they need to eat a little bit more Battenberg before they took the flight, because then it would be a little bit more fragrant. So we are literally just cattle. That's what we are. We are just cattle. And they cram us in, pay your money, shut up, do as you're told. Pay your money, shut up, do as you're told. Pay your money, we'll give you a seat in return, pay your money. Battenberg is needed on long flights, Stuart. I agree, Stuart. You want to see the action that the toilet got on my flight. They were either all full of it or the Battenberg was kicking in. Either way, Ryanair would have charged you 20 quid for it. Very good, Paul. Pain in the backside, 15 more minutes in the machine. I know. We'll talk about Ghislaine Maxwell very quickly, because Rich mentioned her earlier. Nothing's going to come of it. Nothing. So she's been in jail, how many? 5 years? Nothing's going to come of it. Epstein's dead. Seemingly, that's what we're told. Hang on, let me just do this. That's better. Jeffrey Epstein's dead. Seemingly. Do you believe that? No, me neither. I've seen the video on Epstein's Island. Little St. James, size queen. So Ghislaine Maxwell, she hasn't already coughed names. You know what this is? It's the elites getting her out of jail. And that's the reward for her not opening her gob. She's kept quiet for 5 years, hasn't released the little black book, although we have seen the little black book. And maybe I should publish the the unredacted names list at some point, because we've all seen it. I mean, if you're in this sphere, in this area, then you know. Oh, has she been cloned? Oh, I say. I mean, if I could be so bold, I've seen her detention pictures, and I wouldn't touch her with yours, let alone my own. In fact, I'll just take a copy of that and put it on the mantelpiece. It'll keep the kids away from the fire. But Ghislaine Maxwell knows what's what. So if she's a Mossad, a big feckin' box for a little black book, I know. What did she do to women and girls is diabolical. I know Vic's text. They... Samurai Cop, lovers about finishing each other's sentences. Yeah, well, she finished Jeffrey's. I wonder who's going to finish hers. Prince Andrew. So, and I have said to you, there are members of the royal family that if it came out about what they've been up to and what they've done and who they've done it with, it would make Prince Andrew look like a choir boy. Mars Bar, anyone? So, Ghislaine Maxwell, he says, I'm going to reveal 100 names. There's more than that in her little black book, because it's not Jeffrey Epstein's little black book, haven't you? Adrian, you look different. I think the phone is being very realistic today, almost like you're in the room. Oh, I say. Well, just don't show it to the dogs and the animals, otherwise they might start howling. Not a first for me, let me tell you. That's people howling before you start. So Ghislaine Maxwell, the little black book that they purport to be Epstein's little black book, it's not Epstein's little black book, it's Ghislaine Maxwell's. She was his madam. She was his procurer. She was his everything. Social secretary, procurer of young girls, and she's only done 5 years. So the elites are going to say, well, she's played ball with us. She's given us these 100 names. I'll just evidence for the prosecution, my lord. Did he? Seemingly, according to the court, he didn't, but he did. So he's going to get done for shagging some tarts, and that's it. He'll be out in a few years, and all the boys inside will be like, "Whoa, did he?" Yeah, it's coming. Kev Adams, mind you, so's Christmas. So Ghislaine is what the elite do is they do it in baby steps. They do everything in baby steps. So if I remember, if they want to do something and they want to stop you doing something, they do it in baby steps. So whatever it is, baby steps, baby steps. So they'll put something in place in law and then divert your attention away from it. Oh, Liam Neeson hung like a donkey. And you go, woo, Liam Neeson, donkey cock. But you haven't seen what's being run through Parliament. You haven't seen what they don't want you to see. And then in 6 months' time, Kev, you're obviously not a regular to these lives. And you sound to me like one of the vaccinated. So I'm not going to entertain you any further. And when I put it up here to this channel, you can apologize. And if you don't, I'll come looking for you online. Because if you troll people here, what you give off is what you get back. I don't troll anyone. This is the pulpit of truth, you cunt. So, Ghislaine Maxwell is just going to play you like a fiddle. Just going to play you. And they're just going to divert your attention. The orange man's in Scotland, seemingly. Well, he'll fit in because, the Scots are not ginger. They're just rusty. So there's that much water in Scotland and in Wales and Northern Ireland. That's why you get Soul Rebel, turn me back for 5 minutes. I know, Soul Rebel. I know. So Ghislaine Maxwell is not going to give you the names that she should be giving you. The people that abused young girls, the people that did stuff that I can't mention here because some of the stuff that I know is even more dangerous. Mentioning it anywhere. Trump playing golf again? Yeah, on his own course. Bless him. Do whatever he wants. Let's talk about Trump. So let's finish off Ghislaine Maxwell. So Ghislaine Maxwell is... the elites know what they're doing. They've done it in baby steps. First step was killing Jeffrey Epstein. And then other little baby steps until they got to brilliant. So then what they do is they get rid of Virginia Giuffre. Roberts, if you wish, but Virginia Giuffre, get rid of her. And then once they've got rid of her, they haven't got the main victim that is quite happy and brave and courageous enough to stand up and so once she's gone, it just gets stuck into it. They just do what they need to do. But they've taken 5 years to get to this point. Epstein's been unalived for years. I don't say dead because I've seen the video. He's not dead. I've told you, a bit like Hitler in Chile and Argentina, they just go to South America, get some plastic surgery. You won't be able to recognize them. Like Hitler, just shave his mustache off. Nobody knew who he was. Jeffrey Epstein, nip and tuck, bit of Botox, and people would go, don't look like him. The wealthy have unlimited wealth. There's a difference between wealth and rich. Wealthy and rich. Big difference. Wealthy, money no object. Rich, money's finite. So Ghislaine Maxwell now can come out, not out of jail for the moment, but she will be let out. And then she'll give interviews to all the newspapers who'll pay her millions. So this is all set up. The whole theatre is set up. She's not going to give us the names that we need to be given. No, don't be stupid. Because if she did, have you ever seen the film Eyes Wide Shut? So the super wealthy, money's no object. It's all about power. Yeah, I'm so glad that this audience, the critical thinkers, have let their feelings be known. But I'll deal with it when I get back home tomorrow, don't you worry. So the wealthy, eyes wide shut. The wealthy just do whatever they want. People die? Well. And some of these people are so powerful and wealthy. Amalia says, I heard that film is crap, but no, I need to watch it. You will be told it's crap by people who don't know anything, who wanted to see some shagging because they thought that Nicole Kidman was going to get a kit off. But the rituals within it, pucker. The things that Tom Cruise's character goes through, I believe are genuine as a doctor. And I'm not going to get, I mean, the film's been out for so long that I could actually hazard some spoilers here and it wouldn't make any difference, but I'm not going to go to. I'm not going to do that because some people will watch it. Kubrick never produced crap. Des Ashton, I agree with you, including Man Not Landing on the Moon. Amalia, I haven't seen it either. I'll have a look. I see you watch it. And do you know, if Amalia and I see you and others that haven't seen it watch it, I will talk to you about it because there's a ton of Easter eggs in that film that you're not supposed to. Stanley Kubrick was unalived for that film from Vix Tex. Yeah, but they needed to shut him up about the moon landings because the biggest scam perpetrated on mankind ever. So I hear noise. So I need to get through some of the other stuff. Trump, Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grub. Can you remember that? Trump, Ton. So we've now got Trump. The newspapers all this week are only going to have one story. Trump, Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grub. So that's the only story in town, especially when he meets the royal family. And he... Stay there a second. Oh, right, okay. Sorry, it's the maid. So Trump is the only story in town. It's the only story you're going to get, other than Steak Bake Greg Wallace has said, oh, I was grew up as well. I mean... The shit on the front of the Sun. Do you not get it? Do you not get it? I mean, Matthew, I have to, because a bit like the Hugh Edwards story, the Sun had it. I wasn't going to get any information about it unless I read the newspaper. So, and also being able to get context, knowledge, and understanding. Stuart was saying, I was going to ask you about your thoughts on Greg Wallace. So he's saying, well, I was groped. Right, okay, 45 complaints upheld. So you can't come out, not out, and say, well, I was groped, so, well, that makes it all fine. No, it doesn't make it all fine. But he's a patsy. He's being used. He's being used for you to be distracted and diverted. So that's what Ghislaine Maxwell is being used for this week. That's what Trump is being used for this week. That's what Greg Wallace, because the front page headlines with Greg Wallace on it is they're not going to stop. And keep an eye on Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grub. There are those who understand what I've just said. There are those who have no clue. And for those that have no clue, you've not lived. Windy Miller. We needed a Battenberg. JD Vance is in the Cotswolds. He's obviously trying to find Ellen DeGeneres. I'll be done in 5 minutes. So I'm being summoned for dinner. I hope you don't mind. Interesting. So Dougie, Wednesday, the answer to everything. Wednesday, the answer to everything. What to do, how to do it, why to do it, everything. I've already drip fed some stuff to you. There will be part of the audience that understand what I'm doing. There'll be part of the audience that kind of get what I'm doing. And there's part of the audience that have no fucking clue. Leave them behind. As Des Ashton says, Helen DeGenerate needs sending back. Why has that been a story recently when she's been there for 6 months? Time to put on the feedback. Yeah, absolutely, Vixtex. Don't upset the new Mrs. Allen, mate. Have a good evening. Thank you, Rich. Yeah, I have to. The meaning of life, level 42. So Wednesday, even though I'm going to be live on Tuesday at 7:30, Wednesday, incoming, all of it. I'm not holding back, everything. Because then we can move on and leave the vaccinated behind. Because if they weren't intellectually stimulated enough to know that there was a ruse, a game ongoing 5 years ago, they're not for us. They're not for us. I've said that we don't judge on this channel, but you and I, we need to move on at a pace because there's major shit coming and it's coming soon in the next 18 months. And I want you and I to be prepared for it. So thank you for your likes tonight. Thank you to everyone that's been here. Thank you, Rich. I will have a small tincture or two. Thank you, Rich. Everyone enjoy your evening. Celebrate the Lionesses kicking a bag of wind around and seemingly they're as good as the men. How to win shite, man. My name's Adrian Allen. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, but most of all, your indulgence. Whatever you do, wherever you go, please be safe, be well, and don't forget the Battenberg, but always remember, from the pulpit of truth to the pews of justice, this is not a show, this is a mission, and the mission continues. Tuesday night, 7:30. Let me get home tomorrow, and then we'll do another live on Tuesday, and there are other things coming. See you later.